What's up, people? You welcome back to the Bskyt podcast. Yeah. My name is Mr. Music, and you know today I'm doing it with Gadadasegbefiya.
Thank you. That's a name.
The superstar. Then I have our own Rastaman, champion artist. He said he'd go do dance all now. So yeah. And I have my man Kratos in the building. Kratos.
Hello.
Oh my Gemini himself.
Hello.
Another superstar.
What was that animation?
We have the beautiful Nana. Huh?
Hi.
Why are you distracted?
Why
You know the animation. You say he looks like I've forgotten the name.
I just said it.
Boy, let's continue.
Why are you
Anti-animation.
taking somebody's shine?
Oh, I'm sorry, Nana. Apologies.
Oh no.
The beautiful Nana, the violinist, is here with us today. Yeah. And then today, our rapper, sensational speaker, motivational speaker, doctor.
Hey.
I don't know what I got.
Emotional speaker.
Emotional speaker.
Every speaker song.
They do to know. Chris K.
Woo!
With all due permission.
Hey, y'all get what
The ovation. Child, today we have Chris K in the house joining us in the studios. You know, we're going to talk about some, very delicate and fragile stuff.
Delicate and fragile.
No, I can never take on marriage serious. No, I don't. See, when you say the ovation and things, my wanted to say something.
Alright, so guys, Charlie, we're back again with a very beautiful season. You know how we do it here. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, because we're here to stay.
Right.
So yeah, tell somebody about the Bskyt podcast. We're live every Sunday. Ubana. So now, let's go back into the topic. So I just want us to talk about the art space or the arts industry, and then we having disabled people in the art space. Because even we able self challenge sometimes it over we. So I try put them together, like how the disabled creatives they make come for the side, because now to say so far I don't see any stage play or film recently where they've casted like a disabled person like to be, especially even stage. Recently I've been seeing more stage, and I've not seen any yet. I stand to be corrected though. Maybe someday I no see, but yeah, what I'm saying is I haven't seen any. So I don't know how to put the question. Mari, I mean, say me, I'll come with this.
Lord of Ghana. Yes, me too. From what I have seen, I have not seen any disabled person on the stage platform or even in movies. And however, I think it has changed compared to before, because lately we see directors casting disabled individuals for specific roles. Because I'm on a set which the director casted a guy with with clutches for a specific role, and I think with the movie aspect, with concern to them with the disabled, they don't really get the opportunity. But I think with the music aspect of it, with the how do I put it? Yes, with the music aspect, I think they get more opportunities there compared to the movie industry. I don't know if I'm making sense here. Yes. So tell us.
But could it be that they don't write movies about disabled
or
people?
Having people?
They actually do. They do, but they try to cast.
But they get able people to play.
It's true. They get able people to either act like.
Exactly.
So is it that we don't have disabled people who are actors?
I think
or they don't come for auditions, so people don't know about them.
I think they are there. Not to cut you, but there was a series I saw on our friend Ova on a status. There was like a series they are shooting now. I don't know when it's coming out, but most of the people are disabled. I think they speak. So the movie is sign language throughout.
Oh, I think it's Rana's movie. You know, Kobe Rana has a movie. It's sign language,
and it's really it's really
it's sign language.
The concept is really.
So you see, with that one, the story is about
them.
But I'm talking of a regular story where maybe they will cast a disabled person as a lover boy or something. Not necessarily say the person is disabled, but they casted that person for.
I've not seen that.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they cast the able person to act like a disabled person.
I don't think it's so fair.
Yeah,
and with stage plays too, I don't know. I don't think I've seen anything like that.
I mean, if you said it there, then that's it, because it's for you. That plays your hand.
I don't think I've seen any disabled person. Hey, that would be a very tedious thing for the person, because even for the able people, it's a lot of stress. The movement, the blocking.
Right.
Whew. That would be something.
I mean, you should still give the opportunity out, at least.
And most of our facilities are not disability friendly.
Exactly.
Well,
most of it.
Most of it.
Yeah. Chris K, what about you? Have you experienced anything like that?
This is a very wait, let me start off right. Thank you for having me on the Bskyt podcast.
You're welcome.
We got you.
Any day.
We got you.
Charlie, I've been seeing the
But I bet, hold on. I bet next time if they come, you bring some drinks, give me some wine, some, like just to pay you understand. Continue.
That's the only thing that helps Omari, think outside the box. Pardon him.
As a matter of fact,
save all the
so now he needs alcohol to help him.
I should have come like bearing gifts, right?
Yeah.
So I think he's on point.
Exactly.
He's on point. Yeah, maybe next time I will come then maybe some asana. I did my hands inside.
You are doing well.
Yeah.
You are doing well.
Not too late. There's a pub, so I can go get it. But let's continue.
Let's go back to the bed. Anyway, so it's a very tricky space, or it's a tricky, kind of topic. Arts and persons with disabilities. In all the spaces, it's not balanced. Right? First of all, it's not balanced. You don't see a lot of persons with disabilities in the art space.
Yeah.
Or should I say persons with visible disabilities, like visual impairments or physical disabilities. Even before I move on, I had an experience where I auditioned for one of like the biggest stage play productions here in Ghana, and I remember so well. First of all, the venue was not disability friendly. That was one, but I mean, Nee has been a homie for a long time. He knows my resilience, like when it comes to overcoming certain barriers. As long as it is something I want to do, it's not really a problem. So I was able to go through all of that. And I remember we were set into groups. I was part of a group. We went on stage. We killed it. And back then I was even using a Zima frame. So it was really tricky because I couldn't use my hands to do lots of stuff. Right? Because I was holding the Zima frame.
Which one is the Zima? The clutches?
It's the clutch, but it's like this. Yeah.
The one the old people use?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
So we did the audition and we came out successful. We won, and I knew that this is like one of my biggest breaks to ever like be on stage to do something. Till today, I was never called.
Wow.
So I don't know if it was because they never wrote a stage play with a person with disability as part of the cast, or they just didn't see how best they could fit me in any role. Right, I leave that to them, but just to show you that, first of all, persons with disabilities do look for opportunities like this. Even though the society we live in also plays a part in what we choose to
do,
right? Because the stigma and discrimination is so heavy. It takes a certain kind of a mental, state to want to still do these kinds of things, even as a person with disability. It doesn't come as easy as you think. Just like you're saying, persons without disabilities don't even find it easy. The stage frights, the remembering your lines or whatever it is, and for a person with disability who is already dealing with something that may set you back or something that is actually a barrier, and then having to perform at the highest level is a huge challenge. So it's not balanced. I've been rapping for a while now. I've been doing music, and it's a tricky space. You really don't know what it is, but I think efforts from the producers or the ones who move the productions, or the ones behind the productions, aren't really putting in a lot of effort to ensure that persons with disabilities are part of the main production. If it is a movie on disability, yes, you would find persons with disabilities starring, but let's say a blockbuster kind of stage play or a movie or something where amongst the cast is a person with disability also part of it, I don't really see that happening.
I think the writers hardly think in that line, okay, so let's say it's an action movie, so we're going to cast a disabled person to do all that. I don't think even crosses their mind. They always look out for an able person and who can do all these things.
Even in like the American movies, right? What you see abled persons playing the roles of disabled
So I think it's a
persons.
problem that cuts across everywhere.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So much mentioned it. Yeah. It's serious. Like casting able people to play disabled roles.
But
Is it that we auditioned and we didn't get the character?
Well, I
disabled
don't
person,
know.
or
There's this one movie. The movie that you're not supposed to speak. What was the name?
Quiet Place? No.
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place. Okay.
So the girl that was in the movie was actually disabled.
Yeah.
The little, the daughter, the older one. Yeah. So
because she couldn't hear.
Yes, she couldn't. I was trying to remember which movie I've seen that. So during I think there was an interview and she was interviewed. They said they wanted someone who was actually disabled.
But you see, again, it was a role about that disability.
Now, do you know
You
they
get
can
it.
as well cast an able person to act that
play that role.
I mean, the rest of the cast, they were abled, right? They could have just casted all disabled people, but she was. I think she was the only
but let me
person.
let me be very honest to also let me not say it's all because they are not being brought on board. I can use the employment space, for example, where there are open calls for employment, but persons with disabilities are not employing, or they are not applying. Sorry. One, because even the kinds of education that persons with disabilities seek, they seek the normal path, education, teacher, and all of these things. So when it comes to these major, maybe a bank job or something, you hardly find persons with disabilities applying for that. Let me use that same analogy and come into the movie space. Let's speak to somebody from NAFTI. Let's find out how many persons with disabilities are there as students, right? Maybe in not even be in front of the camera, behind the camera, directors, producers, vision mixers, all of that. Would we find a huge number? I doubt, right? And in the space, when you say audition, there's a movie role, right? There's a movie role for this person coming to play this role. Yes, that role may not be suited for a person with disability, but would we still see persons with disabilities going for such? I can use myself as an example. I'm very resilient. I am. I go for what it is that I'm looking for. I went for an audition for a radio gig, one of the big radio stations here in Ghana. In 2017, they did an audition, and then I went. Now, it was in 2016 rather. I went and there was a huge crowd. At that very point, I should have been shaking him. I'm like, you know what? Look, Charlie, go find something to do. Forget. But Charlie, I went. There were 2 auditions going on. First, you go through the prelims or something just to see if you are the kind of a person who would make it before you go for the main thing. I went there, and what I did, one guy left that room, went into the main place, and was like, look, there's this guy who just came and he's a person with disability. You guys need to audition him right now. Because what he did blew our minds away. So I was standing there, and then they come and they are like, boss, you for go inside. I'm like, I know, it'd be right there, I catch you. I just did this audition. Said, no, then see you for come there inside there. Meanwhile, there are like 40 people seated, waiting to get in. Charlie, some of them are dressing safe. I know they reached that level. They helped me. I got inside, and I remember that video was on Instagram. It went wild. I went inside, and they gave me a script. They said, look, read number this. I read it, and they were shocked. They said, read number this. When I was reading it, and then I had stop, then I lifted my head, and they all had green cards up. Like, look, thank you for coming. They didn't. I was saying thank you to them, but they were like, no, thank you for coming. So I wanted to use this to say, look, there may be auditions out there for movie roles, but how many persons with disabilities will first of all get the information and then would even want to go? I'm not going to let this whole conversation look like, oh, we know they get, but are we also putting in the effort to also want to be there?
I was actually coming to that. I was like, I haven't been to a lot of auditions, but the few I have been to, I have never seen any disabled person. I don't know about Mary, but I've never seen a disabled person.
I think to them, before they even when they see the audition,
they count themselves out.
Yes, immediately like this one maybe is not for me. If I go, they will not pick me, so they will not even go at all.
Could it be the way we treat them? Maybe we make them, society probably makes them feel like, you are disabled, so this is not for you. Because we see a lot of them begging on the streets. But I want to believe those people have talents, they have capabilities, but they just end up there.
Yeah, really. I don't know whether you've seen these blind people who play instruments.
Yeah,
Charlie,
the guys at the market.
Bro, these people are really talented.
So I think
really
it has to do with them as individuals. Because with what Chris said, because he was resilient and he was able to he first had to motivate himself, tell himself that he could do it. He went, and then he was given that push or that go ahead that he could do it. So if you yourself, you don't feel like you can do it, first of all, you failed. And nobody wants to now come and motivate you. Nobody wants to call you on their production and now come and be cheering you up. They want people that know what they are about.
Those are big leagues.
And I think in Ghana, though, there are people that look down upon disabled people. I think there are also people that when they see you try, they push you. People are amazed that wow, like if somebody that is disabled can do this, then what about someone that like you, that you are able, you don't have an excuse. So there are instances where they are given a push to do that. Because I think a restaurant, I think one of these restaurants was employing disabled people. I think it's KFC. Do their drive-through, and I was so impressed. I think deaf people, dumb people, I saw them within the drive-through this thing. So if they themselves are willing to push themselves, but I don't know if it's sustainable. Not from the employers, but I think from the disabled people themselves. So if, let's say, for him like this, he stated that he's very resilient. So it means that if he gets the opportunity, he's going to give it his all. But then, how many people in that space will be willing to give themselves that push? Even if they do, I'm sure most of them may need help. Because if he has a job like this, maybe a job that is really demanding, I don't think he would have to be going on his own. Like if it's very, very stressful, he will need someone to support him. So from their homes, from their backgrounds, how supportive are the people around them, first of all, to push them to want to do it? Because if anybody is going to feel motivated to do something, it's the people around you. Because sometimes even with the able people, you don't even have the strength, you don't even have the mental how do you call it, what's the word I'm looking for? That strength, the mental capacity to want to do it. You feel tired. So I'm imagining that you have those even with all their they are very able, they can do everything on their own, are not able to give themselves that motivation to go on some days. Then you that maybe you can't hear, and then you have to go and deal with people that, and some Ghanaians can be so insensitive. Like when I go to, let me use KFC as an example. If I go through the drive-through, I first look at, because I know they work with disabled people, and not just them, even in normal places, normal environments we find as a working environment, you don't just sit down and assume that everybody is like you. Okay, even if you're not talking about disabled people, let's even talk about temperaments.
Exactly.
Not everybody is like you. You can go to a shop to buy something, and somebody is so receptive, warm and receptive to us customers. Somebody too is very rude. You get it? So when you're dealing with even these people, when I first get there and I try to see, oh, maybe this person, because sometimes you might be talking to the person is deaf, and then they can't hear what you are saying, and then maybe they try to communicate with you in a way that shows, okay, I'm trying to but then some people are just rude, like straight up rude. So if they have to deal with this on a regular basis, and you have to constantly, there's no one even by their sides to there's no sign to show that, okay, this person is disabled, so treat the person with a little bit more caution or this thing. How then can they sustain this? They can't keep going. You might start 1 month and then stop, or 3 days and stop. I think it's, first of all, the environment we find ourselves in, even the people around us, how they motivate us before it even comes to them themselves, because they will not always have that energy to keep going.
I have a question for Chris K. I mean, the very first time I met Chris K, like, he was someone that made disability sexy. You know, I could ride with him on his wheelchair and go on and on. I just want to know, and you're very resilient. Why does that sound different in my ear?
You could what? You could ride with him?
No, Chris K, you know what I mean, right? And you're very resilient. So I just want to know how you grew up. Parents and friends, did they contribute to the kind of confidence that you have in your disability, if it's okay to put it that way?
Shock us.
To shock you. So first off, I wasn't born like this.
Okay.
Right, and it happened. I think I would say life happened. Right. For me, I think first of all, I'll just say it's just my relationship with God that has really positioned me the way I am, because I should have given up a long time ago for the things I've experienced and seen. I should have given up a long time ago. But I think for me, first of all, it's like that foundation has been God. Secondly, I am somebody who is like, Charlie, this life, you are either going to live it or you're just going to exist. Me, I want to live it. Me, that's my, I want to, like, I want to enjoy life. The life that God has given. I don't want to go and fold my arms and sit somewhere. Right? When you read the scriptures and it speaks about the talents, God gave talent. God gave one person, someone, one talent. Like, go and use it to do something for your life. You get it. And when I sit there and I look at that, I'm like, look, me, I'm talented. I have some gifts that God has given me. It should mean something, right? It should mean that, Charlie, you should put it to use. So no matter what has happened, it's difficult, but how do you make the best out of the situation, whatever it is? My relationship with me, for example, is one where I would say if I wasn't the way I am, I don't think this relationship should have gone anywhere. Because the kind of a person he is, the way he is enthusiastic about the music he does, I don't think he would want to hang around with people who aren't like as enthused as he is, right? And I remember when we met at Prayer Chapel. I remember that very day at the back end, he was playing. This was the first time. Was this guy on the guitar giving commands to everybody? Like he knows what he's about. Like he's telling, no, do this, do, and since then till now, it's been a very close friendship where music and art has really played a huge part because I am doing it. What if I didn't do it? What if I put that gift somewhere and see I'm going to concentrate on maybe making money however best I know how to. So growing up, the kinds of friends I also had played a part. One of the things I say here, I was not born rich. I had a lot of rich friends. So it showed me that other side of life very early, that Charlie, if you really have some of these resources available to you, Charlie, life can be really good. Oh yeah, life can be really, really good. Yeah. Because I remember growing up where I used to walk to school, but my friends had cars that would go and bring them from school or would take them to school. They had their own drivers. I was sleeping on the floor in a boys' quarters, but I had friends who had their own rooms, full air conditioned. So I was like, Charlie, there's another side of life. You understand? Yeah, Charlie, when we were going to government schools, Charlie, I had friends in GIS, AIS and things. So growing up, the way I used to speak English growing up was like because of the kinds of friends I had. Right, so sometimes Charlie go figure say maybe I travel before, but Brandon. I cried and water region maybe I go. So it also plays a part. Yeah. For parenting, I would say my dad when it comes to like the music, because my dad loved Bobo growing up. So Charlie was in my ear. I could never go and tell my dad no, I don't want to listen to Bobo. It's his sound system. He's playing it. You hear it. You listen to it. So whether I like it or not, you listen to it. So I grew up listening to that. But I saw he also loved music. It did something to me, right? That if my dad loves music, I think I also have the gift right from that early age. I mean, wherever it will take me. But I didn't start early. But I knew I had like the gift too. So look, honestly, life happened. It's a decision I took, that I really want to live life to the fullest, however best I can. Arts, as in my ability to do music, is a gift I don't take for granted. And then every other thing else, I think, is just how I take it a day at a time as well. I am not always 100%. I am not. Absolutely. There are times where I don't even want to get out of bed because of what I'm going through, right? One thing I have to say is, I didn't have an accident where it left me disabled. You know, that would be more or less like a one-off thing, right? But my disability came as a result of health condition, right? So if a health condition makes you disabled, it is something you would look at as major. It's now become a part of my life. How do I carry this cross? Carry all these other things I do, Charlie, and live life. So maybe I'll be some stubborn academic graduate or something. Yeah.
No, you are.
Yeah, because like somebody came to visit me recently and was like, it's like you've done a lot for yourself, because Charlie, some people they wouldn't have been able to. I'm like, when she said that, I was like, yeah, but when she left and I was thinking about it, I was like, wow, it's true though. It's true, but I think that's how I live. I don't think I've done anything till I've done something, right? And even if I've done something today, tomorrow we are on to the next one. You get it? So we are doing till we are done. Until God tells us that, Charlie, Charlie, you know what? What's up? You force now. Come to the upper side. You understand? Yeah. So Charlie, still living.
True. But I want to put this out. So right now we've spoken about people not casting disabled people. We've spoken about disabled people not going for auditions, or not applying for jobs just because there's this stigma where it feels like if I go cry, So I mean, I'm just saying, I think it's about time disabled people also started going out.
Yeah.
You know, like they should move.
Yeah.
You see an audition, you see a job application, try and apply, at least make the effort.
Yes.
And then to all those who are also employing people, accept them. Like when they come, you know, like it should be a free world. It is a free world. So why do we want to categorize some people here and some people here? If you feel like he's capable of doing the job, give him the job. It shouldn't be about he can't hear, he can't see. This is one thing I commend UEW about. UEW, when you apply, no matter what you are, you get the course. My year, we had 3 guys who were deaf and dumb in the art class. Yes.
So how were they going
So there's
to
always
studies?
An interpreter.
Yes, an interpreter.
So is that in the school's account or the individual?
It's in the school's account. Yes. So the person is a lecturer in the school.
So what school is that?
UW,
Ministry of Education, whatever.
Yes, because I was also asking myself, this guy, they don't hear me, but they are going for lectures and everything. And my cousin was in that class, and these boys come around and we hang out.
Oh yeah, hey, Charlie.
And we hang out too. And these people go to class, they write exam, everything.
Wow.
Yes. I just remembered, said this. I knew these 2 guys. There was these 2 guys, graphic design class. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's really, really, really cool. I think we should open up.
UEW has really done a lot, and Cape Coast as well.
Yeah.
There's a lady I know, and this will shock you, but she's actually blind and deaf.
How?
How for which one?
But
No, like blind
she's
and
blind and deaf.
like.
So for her, when it comes to speaking, when it comes to signing, you have to hold her hands and sign. So as you move your hands, she knows what you're saying,
goodness.
right? And she's completed university,
Wow.
and she's traveled a lot to other parts of the world. Like she's done. I did a documentary for her in 2020. That's when we met. I remember one day there was this conference of it was the Ghana National Association of the Deaf. They did a conference, so it was all deaf persons, and they were around. And I was far. I was just standing somewhere, and she was standing by the door, and her friends came close to her, and they were having a conversation. I kid you not. It was one of the most beautiful things I had seen. It was as though there was no disability, there was no barrier. Once this one holds their hand, you see, and one thing about disability you need to understand is if you are disabled in one area, you are more able in another area.
Exactly.
For me, one thing about my ear being sharp is where I even live now, right? Where I even live now, when I'm in the room and somebody is walking, it's so subconscious. When somebody is walking, I can tell who it is just by the footsteps. I can just tell, oh, that's this person or that's that person. I don't have to go out to see it, because the fact I don't move around with my feet a lot more, other senses have taken over. Right? And for her, once somebody holds her hand, she knows who it is. And when they were interacting, I don't know sign language, but if you see the joy in their expressions, it's like I'm like, what is going on? Like, yo. And I was like, wow, you get to. So it's true. Persons with disabilities need to put themselves out there. Look, speaking of arts, right? Let me use today. Thank you again for bringing me here. In 2016, we recorded a verse when I was working at a radio station. I killed it to the point where they said, look, put Chris K's verse first. It's not, oh, that boy, we know if he work or anything. No, the art is the art.
Yeah.
You understand that? That's the code I live by. You are a person with disability, right? And you need to understand that art is the art. So if, let's say, you're on stage with Sarkodie and you are performing, you need to live up to that. It's not a person with disability. No. What the analogy I use is, you are a man running with men on horses. That is the analogy I use. I'm running with men on horses. At the end of the day, you need to still run. They are on horses, so they are moving at a certain pace. You are running with your feet, but you still need to run. You get it. So the art is the art. I remember I used to go to a studio at between Kolebu and Mamprobi. The studio had a gutter before I would go, and there was a steep entrance. Charlie, by the time I would get there, I'm exhausted. Going through all of that, I'm exhausted. Another studio was around Lab. It was at the first floor of a story building. Charlie, before they go help me go the studio, I'm exhausted. So in 2018, 2019, I'm like, Chris, now this is the barrier between you and the music you want to do. How do you overcome this? I need to really start looking at certain things that I have to do. So I remember when my mom and I moved to Nungwa, Charlie, it was a Chima house self-contained. I told her, man, you know something? We can't live like it's a Chima house self-contained. I need space to do something. So you know what? You take the hall, I'll take the chamber. Let's not do it like a living room, bedroom situation. Let's do it like a 2-room situation. So you have the room, the living room with your bed, everything planned out. I have the chamber, everything planned out. That's when I started setting up my studio. That's when I started learning how to use a DAW. That's when I started learning how to produce, record myself. I remember I did a challenge. I did a challenge with Walasi in 2020, the Corona challenge. I did the mixing, the mastering of the vocals and everything. And what I did was, amongst the non-popular people, I had the most views. I did a challenge for Manifest. I was the first video he posted 2 years ago. So I see that, look, you know you have the art, you can do the thing. How do you overcome these barriers, right? So this also goes out to maybe my other fellow persons with disability out there. You may have the gift. What are the barriers before you? How do you overcome these barriers? I've done, by the grace of God, my best to come to this level. Me has been to my studio, so he knows that it is how I'm able to make my music, right? And now, even as I speak to you now, I'm being very consistent, trying to be consistent with our art, because at the end of the day, there is no excuse. There is no excuse. This life, if you live to a certain point and the reality hits you, you understand that you are either living or you are just existing. And if you are living, you need to take it up. It's up. It's not mediocre. If me, I want people to talk about me like, hey, that boy did do good music. I don't want people to say like, yeah, that boy, I be a person with disability, so Charlie, you think I'm like that? No. I've done songs where I remember I did a song and Charlie, the feedback I got like, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Right? This is what I'm looking for. And for me, it's up from here. Like, I'm living the life. You get it. So that at the end of the day, people will say, yeah, this boy too, yeah, they hold you on. You understand? We all want the best in life, Charlie. And for me, my reality is, yes, I'm a person with disability. There may be a lot of things I can't do on the fly. But I will still... I would prefer getting to the barrier and recognizing this is a barrier than me sitting down and thinking, what if? No, I will go. Me knows. We've performed on stages where I've had to be carried on the stage. But we still go kill them anyway, anyhow. Yeah. It is not the best situation.
Yeah.
It isn't. Because sometimes, look, you need to also understand I need to have a certain level of self-esteem to be willing for people to even carry me on a wheelchair. You understand? I need to have a strong self, and it is something that a lot of persons with disabilities, even people in general, don't have. Right? Let me give you an example. In 2015, I remember, God bless this friend of mine, he had a dream. And in the dream, he said he saw himself getting me a book, and on the book was self-esteem. And he didn't tell me. He went straight to the market, got me the book, and brought it to me. And I read that book on self-esteem, and honestly, that was the change. Because I was so afraid to face myself. I was so afraid to face people. I didn't know how to talk. Unless you are somebody who was close to me, I didn't know how to talk to people, right? But after that, honestly, I've been on certain spaces. The way I speak, I don't care. I'm a person with disability. Hey, you see me? I'm in a wheelchair. What again do you want to say? Or what again do you want to say? Yeah, you see? Yeah. So can we move on? Yeah. So you look in your mind, you see what you want to see. But in my mind, I know what I'm looking at. Yeah. You get it. You have to. That's why I say maybe Shatta and Medical need to come and give me my certificate. I graduate Stubborn Academy.
Bskyt, I have a question. That's for your workspace. What of your personal life, like your love life? How do you face it? Because some of us women, we are very picky and very some way. So how has it been like for you?
I don't think I've been too successful when it comes to love. First of all, love is a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful thing. If you have it, yeah, Charlie, they be. But unfortunately, I've not really been. Charlie, just like that, I talk.
Mari's trying to see. I'm trying to understand the love is a beautiful thing.
Oh, it is. I tell you, just like ricochet.
I'm not understanding.
First of all, love is such a beautiful thing. If you have it, or if you ever get it, if you have it, or if you ever get it, Charlie, it's such a thing that you would always think about, right? Unfortunately, I haven't been that lucky, right? I haven't been that lucky, and for obvious reasons, right? I mean, we are keeping it a buck, right?
Yeah,
keeping it a buck. For obvious reasons, I've not been that lucky. As of even quite recently, last year I was dating somebody, and she told me point blank that, look, my family or my people would not agree because you're a person with disability. And that was the beginning of the end of that relationship. It wasn't as though something happened crazy after that, but after that the energy just changed, right? When it comes to dating, Charlie, for a long time, I've not really been in a relationship, even after that.
How long?
Oh, Charlie. So, my love life has been like long pause. Then I get into one. Sometimes it's not defined. You get it. It's like when they catch cruise. You get, then after that, it goes cold and all of that. And for me, it's something that I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful about, because like I said, I'm a very resilient person. I look and see, let me keep it a buck again. Everybody has expectations.
Sure.
Everybody does. And that is what I understand. So even if I'm dating somebody or I see somebody I admire, one of the things that begins to eat my mind up, unfortunately, is if I can be the kind of a guy she wants. Again, let me be honest, right? If I'm the kind of a guy she wants, because right now, Charlie, the ladies, Charlie, everybody gets on wild expectations.
Exactly.
You get my point. Everybody gets on wild. And Charlie, as a guy, look, there's so many things there's so many things on my mind, so many things that I don't know if I can also take up the burdens that comes with relationship. One of the reasons why I'm hopeful is I don't also believe relationships are always a burden something. Like I said, love is a beautiful thing. If you find it, Charlie, it's not burdensome.
Yeah.
It's sweet, it's nice, it's peaceful. You see people in long relationships, and it's like, Charlie, you can see, you look at them, you're like, Charlie, you guys are healthy. It's like you see them, they look like healthy people. Like no stress.
Oh God, no stress.
You get and for me it's been, Charlie, it's been some way. I've tried to like really like get into relationships, but I've not really been that lucky. Right? I've not been that lucky. Nowadays too, they look. I still they search. I won't sit here and make it look like, Charlie, I know they look, oh Charlie, yeah, they want it go good till I get some.
You know that I have a crazy question.
I think this is the Bskyt podcast, right? So crazy questions are allowed.
I've always had this imagination, and when I see people with disabilities, I wonder how they have sex or something. I
saw it on TV some time ago, and a certain lady was so pissed that people asked her that, and she was saying that they are human beings too as well. So they shouldn't be asked that question.
No. What we're trying to find out is not.
It's just
It is your question.
It is. I want to say something.
Okay.
I get.
Oh, mine was quiet until I asked this question. Yeah.
I wouldn't lie and say that I've not thought of it before, but like when the lady was being interviewed about like some of the things like she goes through on a normal day, like certain questions people ask and all that, and how she spoke about it, and I realized that sometimes we think that a disabled person is too disabled in a certain sense, because the way she said it, she was like, if like I have sexual feelings too as well, and even she was Muslim. I'm assuming she was Muslim because she had the Mayafi on. The hijab, is it hijab?
Hijab.
Yeah. So she had that on, and she was talking about it. It's like we have feelings like normal people.
We're not saying you don't have feelings.
And they have sex like.
We are not saying you don't have sex.
Yes.
How do you do it?
See, Chris K is the only one I can ask this question.
That's the basic.
And
like,
I know
how
he'll
do
be
you do it?
very plain and tell me what it is.
you should come and do that. You will have
No, I just.
But
The
this
only
question,
answer
no,
to this question.
No. As much about, let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I want to.
Because there was a time I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I don't have any disabled friends, so let me do research on my own. So I
You
picked
didn't
up,
do research on Ghana. You researched on how disability people.
Do research on Ghana.
On Ghana is
we see it. So I picked up a phone and then I went to some place and then saw it and I was like, these people actually enjoy more than us.
What did you type?
I forgot it. They actually enjoy more than us because they find themselves in a situation where the other person, the other opposite sex, will do everything for them. So the enjoyment they get more than everything.
No, but I don't think Chris K will make the lady do everything for him.
So Chris K, how would you done it? So before that, are you a virgin?
Don't hit the thing.
No.
Okay.
Virgin.
Don't stress me.
So far.
This is what I was going to ask. The answer to this question is this question.
Yes. Are you a virgin? That's the first
No,
one.
no,
Are you
but-
okay?
I mean, I am so far from being a virgin.
God
I don't
bless
even
you.
know
So
what
tell us how you
Now-
explored it.
And then you are taking away my question. I don't
It
like
was
that.
my question.
asked first.
I don't care.
It looks like this we were Obari.
Yeah, it was quiet the whole time.
I
Oh,
think
okay.
a lot of the viewers too would want to.
Yeah, me, I want to know when I see
How
them.
did you do it?
It's such a beautiful thing.
Oh, I know. We agree.
Grace be like, as 11.
Yeah,
So
beautiful.
Beautiful thing.
It's such a beautiful
feeling.
thing.
Sex is such a beautiful feeling. And I think that if you really like think about it, it's very, the benefit has to be both. First of all, like Charlie, whether it's I mean everything, so the hands, the body, the Charlie, everything it has to go both ways. So there are a number of things that I can't do, but like, so let me not paint too much graphic.
Oh no! We want
I'm
it.
thinking things.
No, like
So
something.
oh no, I can paint.
Please paint. Go on. This is Bskyt
I
podcast.
honestly don't think I'm at the point in my life where I am afraid to talk about it.
Yeah.
I keep it 100. Like when it comes to, let's say if a girl wants me to give her, it will come at a certain different way.
Sure.
Right.
It will come at a certain different way.
Legit.
See the way Nana is so
The
excited.
way Nana is nodding and going up and down like this.
Imagine doggy.
Doggy.
The theme song came to
Doggy.
Now,
Yeah, on that note, check out our theme songs by Doggy Chema Beke himself. Check it out.
now the thing is, so when it comes to maybe a style like, okay, you want to do doggy style, that would be a bit difficult. But one thing about me is my my foreplay game is quite dangerous. Yeah, like
I mean,
yeah, it's
I mean,
Omari.
it's quite yeah. Hello. So it is. I am somebody that also looks. One thing I've come to understand, like about ladies, is ladies like to be touched in certain parts. Like if you understand, if you were a lady for a while and you know her body very well, which is an important thing. You don't just start and you just want to go and bam, bam, bam. No. Understanding your partner's body is also very critical. For me, that's one of the things I do. So if I understand it, do you understand? Maybe Charlie, she riding me there. It's yeah. But like I think like I said, sex is a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful feeling.
It's a beautiful feeling.
You're imagining some of the things.
No, I have to. You want me to tell you that thing?
Yeah,
I have to.
Oh yeah, because you have a smile on your face.
Yeah, like so at the end of the day, again, remember what I said at the beginning. I said that everybody has expectations.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody has expectations. If I am dating a lady and she is also looking for that part of the relationship, I should be able to tell her, look, you know what, I don't think I can. So that so that one, she may not go using that to cheat against me. Right? I will feel bad. Honestly, I will feel bad. And then also, if she wants to say, you know what, because you can't give me that, I think I'd want to put an end to the relationship. That's a mutual understanding. Hey, right? You can go and find some. I remember this Don Little, right? Don Little has a video that's trending. I think he had an interview with Delay where she was like, into only a mother. I was like, yeah. And he was like, he was like, hey, I want to walk on. He was like, oh, it's a guest house, baby. And then he was like, oh, your mom, home by. I said, and there's an open woman, I got a woman. You see, so it's Charlie, and I'm speaking for myself. Other persons with disabilities may be able to do way more than I'm like normal. Like have you understand? But I've had sex a number of times. It's such a good feeling.
It's a beautiful feeling.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful feeling.
and I think it's also part of bonding, right, with whoever it is that you're in a relationship with. So it's very integral. It's something I don't shy away from.
What's your favorite position?
Oh. That one will be hard to tell.
But have you tried? I don't know. Have you tried like sitting on your wheelchair and she's on you and you're riding around? I think that would be nice.
Thanks for the idea.
Thank you.
I
I got you, bro.
So
We're talking about disabilities.
So like we said, please, directors, producers, assistant directors, casting officials, scouting talent managers, organizers, please start putting our disabled friends on. Disabled people, please.
Because they are beautiful people too.
They
Yeah.
are beautiful people. So please,
Word for today, please.
disabled people, please move to those auditions. Go for those interviews. Apply for those jobs because they are also beautiful places. So, all too soon, we've come to the end of this episode. But before you go, Chris K,
Yo.
you have a project out. Let us know. We are here to support. So tell us where to find Chris K and everything.
So again, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I have an album out. It's titled Lifeline. Basically, I talk about a lot of things that I've been through. One of the songs actually is a song titled Chemiodo.
Maybe you should do something for us.
It's of course. Chemiodo has a line where I say, "I won't make you show me love. Is it all about the feeling? Am I the only one? Or my point ain't reaching? Or I know the force. I for better try harder. My words be the cause. Or my strokes don't get power. May I say a word of prayer? Because baby, you go see me right now, or you go see me later. Or should I grind for the paper. Then probably you go dog all the boys and call me papa. Show me love, don't give me up. Even if our weakness make a fall, we never can survive without helping each other. I know blood is thicker, but the brother is a brother. Show me love.
Chris K.
So that's Lifeline. I released a song, another song titled Questions. That was just a couple of weeks ago. I'm trying to be very consistent with the arts now, so I'm going to do a song a month from hence. Check me out on Spotify, Apple Music, all streaming music streaming platforms. Also on social media at Chris K Original. The name Chris, the letter K, and the word original, all in one across social media. And hey, look. It's going to be a beautiful journey. You understand?
Yeah, very beautiful.
Very beautiful journey. So expect more music from me. Once again, thanks to the Bskyt podcast for having me.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
You're welcome. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
So thank you so much, guys. You know how we do every week. We got you sorted. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment as well. Your comments keep us going, you know. Comment more things so we could get interactive. Then we will see how we could do them. Then if you tell your friends,
beautiful
say,
comments.
we to be there around. Tell somebody to subscribe, to like, to watch. And you know.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the flip side.
Oh my way.
Deuces. Deuces.
Beautiful.
Oh, guys, thank you, man. It's a position I'll try.
You should try it. I'm like, but why haven't you even tried it?
I saw.
Yeah?
You,